Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is USA Today best-selling author Hildie McQueen, and today we are doing a memory plan for the week of March 27th through April the 2nd. I am still, 2 weeks behind? I keep thinking I'm gonna catch up, but you know, I'll do it. I'm still gonna do a one film a week, one video a week. So even if I don't know, maybe you'll have a surprise one week and have two videos. I can only try and see. Right now my schedule has been so busy because I am behind in my writing. I took the month of March off. I had only planned to take 2 weeks off, but the 2 weeks that I was able to write were two in-between weeks, in between travel and my cousin visiting, and it just didn't work out. I had catching up to do, admin work, that kind of stuff. So because I have to do a lot of writing on a daily basis, and I have other stuff to do, you guys know the regular admin stuff, the stuff that writers have to do, like promoting, marketing, groups, posts, blogs, takeovers, emails. What else do we have? What else do I have? Just general upkeep. By the time I'm done, I just don't have time for videos. And even though this to me is like a reward because I love planning. It's my favorite hobby, probably. I like online shopping and doing stuff with my little dogs, and planning is like usually my reward for things. So maybe that's why I'm behind. I don't know. Well, I was on vacation and out of town a couple times, so that didn't help either. This kit is from the Planner Shack, and I think, let me go back and look, but I think it's the first one I've used from the Planner Shack in a while, because I think so, because I had pulled kits from other shops to use the last few weeks. So I am so excited to be back with the Planner Shack because I love the Planner Shack. It's probably my favorite printable store. And I was going to use this kit originally in February because the colors just kind of remind me of Valentine's Day. As a matter of fact, I think the name of it is something like a romantic evening or romantic house, something like that. So yeah, I had planned on using it for Easter, but then I ended up not Easter for Valentine's month, but I decided to use some other different ones and ended up not using it. And then this week I was looking through the kits and I saw that I had already put this one aside, and I had already put the foiling with it and everything, so it was ready to go. All I had to do was write out the scripts or type out the scripts and pull stickers, icons, and I was like ready to go. So I took that route and here we are. What else do I have to update you guys on? Oh yes, I am. If you haven't yet, check out my Amazon page and you can see what else up there. But I put up a pre-order for a book called The Bear, and I was not planning on writing that book, but I couldn't stop thinking about the Clan Ross of the Hebrides and the fact that I enjoyed writing that series so much, and I was just not ready to quite leave it. So once I finish these next two books in quartet of books that I'm writing for Dragon Blade, I am going to write that book. So it's scheduled to release in October. I want to say October. It might be sooner than that. I'll have to look, but I can't right now because I'm on the video page of my computer and I can't change it. But yes, so that book is up for pre-order and I can't wait because it's gonna be like a long lost brother that they did not know existed, and he is gonna come into the fold and bring with him some conflict, bring with him some romance, bring with him perhaps new enemies to the clan. It's just gonna be, he's just gonna arrive like a tornado with all kinds of chaos, turmoil, and wicked fun. So I'm just, yeah, once I get these 2 books written, I'm actually halfway through one, and I plan to finish it hopefully by the end of this month. But I'm looking and looking and thinking, I think I have 2 full weeks left of April. Is that what we have? But today is the 6th. Yeah, we're about the center of April. So yeah, I have 2 more weeks left in April, and I have to finish this book, which I will. I think, I'm beginning to think that I am one of those people that need a deadline, or, you know, what do you call it? Like at the very end when you have to rush and get things done. I procrastinate, and then when I have to get stuff done, I do get it done, but it's kind of like stressful, but at the same time I wonder if that's what motivates me. Who knows? I'm so confused sometimes about myself. But yeah, I love the colors in this kit because I am not, lately the color burgundy has kind of been growing on me. I really never cared for it. I wonder about myself. I have always preferred pink, the color pink, to anything. I think color pink, any shade of pink, is beautiful. I don't wear pink, but I love pink accessories, pink decorations like on my desk and stuff, but I don't like the color like fuchsia at all. I don't like it. I really have never been drawn to burgundy, but it's starting to grow on me, and so I think on this kit it really looks pretty with the there's a little bit of a pink, and you know, these colors I would never think of putting them together: burgundy, lilac, and silver, but they look good. All right, so let's start with Monday, the 27th. I did laundry, as I do most Mondays. My book that I'd released while I was on the cruise got to #1 bestseller in like 3 or 4 categories. I was so excited. Then also had an appointment to get my hair color that day, and then because it was Monday and I was probably avoiding work, I cleaned my office. Sure sign that I'm avoiding work when I clean my office. And then my husband and I, him and I, but my friends and I were planning to go to Aruba for like a week. And we checked out flights, and we checked out the Airbnb, getting a rent-a-car, paying somebody to cook. And we decided, you know what, it's 50%, if not 60% cheaper if we just take a cruise to Aruba, and everything is you know, everything's done for us. We just want to see it. We don't really want to like live there. So we I went ahead and found the cruise, and we booked the cruise to Aruba. On the 28th, I had to drive to Columbia, South Carolina, which is about 60 some miles, so it's about an hour away, to pick up my cousin Siglani, who was traveling from North Carolina. She came from California, and she visited my one sister, and then I met her halfway and brought my cousin here to where I live. And on the way, we stopped in Columbia. Well, that's where I picked her up. So, and we stopped and ate at Chipotle, and then there's this, where the Chipotle is in Columbia, there's a whole bunch of really fun stores. There's Nordstrom Rack, Marshall's, Tuesday Morning, there's Handpicked, there's Five Below, there's a big giant Hobby Lobby. There's a whole bunch of stuff in that area. And so anyway, we went and shopped a little bit. So my favorite place that I enjoyed was Handpicked. I think she and I both got earrings, and I got a really cute sweater, and I almost bought a tote, but I didn't buy it. And then I put audiobook on the bottom because on the way there I was listening to a book on audio. I don't remember. I think I was still listening to the series by Tracy Andrighetti, which is her Frankie Amato detective series. It's really good. I recommend it if you're looking for something light and fun to read. If you like Stephanie Plum, you will love Frankie Amato. Totally recommend it. Okay, and I'm done with the books on audio, so now I'm gonna read the actual book, but then I started listening to. I had to learn. Our book club book was Bungalows, Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries by Tanya Kappas, and So I had to listen to that because that's a book club book. And now I'm listening to Lassiter, which is the J.R. Ward Black Dagger Brotherhood. I am all over the genre sphere. So as soon as I finish Lassiter, I'm gonna read the rest of the Frankie Amato series. On Wednesday, hubby and I took my cousin to this place called Latin Flavor. This is a Dominican place. Dominican food is so good. And then I took her to walk around downtown, and we stopped at this candle place where you mix the scents and make your own candle. It was so cool. I loved it. So, well, then we made our own candles. I loved her candle more than my candle. So I'm going to go back and make her candle. And then we came home because I had a Zoom meeting. And then after the Zoom meeting, the evening on Wednesday evening, we went to do paint. You know those places where you go and you drink wine and then they teach you how to do a painting? We did that as a group, and my one sister met us there. It was a lot of fun. We had so much fun. My daughter and her husband came too, and who else came? My friend Cindy came. I think that's it. It was my one sister, her daughter, my daughter and her husband, and then my cousin who was visiting. Her name is Siklani. It is, I think, Aztec. So you will never find hardly that name. It's rare even in Mexico, but I think it's so pretty. Then on Thursday, I had to get up early because I had to go to spiritual direction, which is like therapy. Well, it is therapy, counseling, whatever you want to call it. And my husband was like, take the dog with you, take your cousin. I'm like, dude, I can't take all these people to my therapy session. He is so funny. So that's only an hour. So I went there, and my cousin was still getting ready. And when she came back, I said, let's go take pictures because I live right on the border of South Carolina. So I said, let's go take pictures at the South Carolina sign and the Georgia sign. So we drove up the interstate and pulled over at the South Carolina Welcome Center and took a picture there. And then we turned around and went to the Georgia Welcome Center and took a picture there. And then my daughter calls and says that she was in town, and she lives in Atlanta. So I'm like, okay, meet me at the house. So she met us at the house, and I picked her up in front of the house, and we drove back downtown because we were going to go pick up our candles. And she made a candle that we're going to use as her wedding favors. So that was fun. And while we're waiting for her candle to be done, we went to this place called the Metro Cafe. Had the most amazing, they were so good. These warmed muffins. They were like berry. I think my cousin had like blueberry and my daughter had a mixed berry. And my daughter got me a creme brulee, a key lime little thing with the wrapping around, I don't know, like fancy little stacked key lime. But I like their muffins better. And I had Earl Grey, just, I think, was it a latte? No, I think it's just Earl Grey tea with milk. And they had iced coffees, I think. Well, my daughter had an iced coffee and my cousin had a sweet tea. I know you guys don't care about all this. I don't know why I'm going through such big explanation. And that evening we met a bunch of friends at this Mexican restaurant that the owners are really super cool, and had dinner. And then I'm like, why did I take her to a Mexican restaurant? She's visiting from California. Mexican food there is so much better. But this Mexican restaurant, the food was still good. We still enjoyed it. It was more about the people anyway than the food. On Friday morning, I did some admin work. My cousin wanted to sleep in and kind of hang out at the house and not do too much. So I did some admin work in the morning. And then in the afternoon, she's like, hey, do you want to do something? And so I called this local salt cave that's not too far from my house. And we went there and hung out. It was so relaxing. I think I fell asleep. It's just like an oxygenated chamber with salt walls and salt on the floor. And you just lay there and absorb all the goodness that is in the salt. I guess it's supposed to have all these healing qualities. Qualities? Yes, qualities. And so yeah, you feel so good and light when you leave there. And then hubby had grilled some chicken. It came out super good. And we made grilled chicken salad. And I think one of my sisters came and took my cousin to go to this place. I don't know where they went. They went to karaoke, I think. I don't think I was invited. I could have invited myself, but I didn't really want to go. And I'm glad I didn't, because my cousin said it was kind of boring. On Saturday, I had a video bling class. My friend Lisa came over, and we were going to watch this video live and learn how to put little flat crystals on stuff. I don't know how to explain, like to make those shiny cups. And my cousin was going to go to the flea market with my sister, so she took our car and went to meet them. And while she was gone and I was doing the bling class, my other sister, who lives in South Carolina, like 2 hours away, came into town. And she went to eat first, and then they came to the house, and we were like trying to figure out what to do, because two of my sisters came into town that are from out of town because my cousin was in town. And we ended up having cake and coffee at the house for those that wanted to come. So yeah, it was fun. We kind of hung out and talked and laughed about stuff. You know how you can get together and just embellish on things that happen and make them seem like funnier and crazier than they actually were. So yeah, and I put that little girl there when my sister came to town, because she is really annoying. And she kept wanting to go, let's go somewhere, let's go do something. I'm like, no, let's just hang out here and have family time. And she was just annoyed, and then she made me annoyed, and it was an annoying thing. You know how, well, if you have siblings, you know how that is. I mean, not to the point that we don't speak or we've had an argument or anything. She just annoyed me. And I think I annoyed her. So, yay. No. On Sunday, my cousin wanted to go to church with us, so we went to church service in the morning. And then after that, it's like, okay, let's take her to have some Southern food. So we went to this restaurant in North Augusta, which is in South Carolina, that sells really good food. They have like fried pork chops and, macaroni and cheese, banana pudding, greens, okra, all kinds of Southern yumminess. And she really enjoyed that. And we ate that and had biscuits and cornbread, and it was just like an extravaganza of Southern fried yumminess. And then after that, we went to the Riverwalk here downtown so that my cousin could meet up with my sister so that they can return to North Carolina together, so my cousin could fly out a couple days later. And so I was that little icon I did of Once More with Love is me hugging her goodbye. So I came home and was totally worn out, so I did manage to film this one. Yeah, I filmed this that I'm doing right now. And I also then watched television and just gonna hang out for the rest of the day. So yeah, that was this week. I think it was a full week again. So much going on that I just have to say that I loved her visit, because I think it's the first time that somebody comes and visits in a long time and hangs out, and I can just plan fun stuff for them to do. And she just said some of the stuff we did, like the painting, she had never thought of it, and she loved that, and she loved making the candles. So I'm glad that she enjoyed it. So besides that, time with family was my highlight of the week. And then on the other box I put down quiet time after. So after all the chaotic activity, it was just nice to have my quiet time with hubby, me, and the little dogs. Okay, so you guys have a wonderful week ahead, and happy planning. Don't forget to check out my Amazon channel. Bye.